Call the Tuesday, April 19th, LaPorte Board of Public Works meeting to order. Let's all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, first off, just to make a quick announcement that Mayor Dermody is not able to be here, at least for the beginning portion of the meeting. He's on a mandatory call with the DLGF based upon the tax bills that were sent out, where there's some issues with those. So just as an FYI, that's why the mayor is not going to be with us for at least the initial portion of the meeting. And let's see, first we got approval of the minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve.
All right, I guess I will second. Any discussion?
Nope.
All right, seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, nay? All right, that passes. Next, public comment. Mr. Otis? Anything?
So we are just streaming. We've had Facebook Live issue last night and today, so we're just on YouTube, and there's no comments yet.
Okay.
Any comments from the public?
All right, well, we're going to invite someone to come up from the American Legion Women's Auxiliary. This month is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and next month is Poppy Month. So if you don't mind, just give us a little rundown of what's going on.
Okay. Hi, my name is Lisa Rosenbaum. I'm the president of the American Legion Auxiliary right here in LaPorte. This is Diane Mott, our district president, also a member of our unit right here in town, and Kathy Miller is our vice president here in LaPorte. And this is my grandson, because what better way to talk about kids than kids? So this month, as most of you know and have seen around town, all the blue little pinwheels blowing around, different organizations have been promoting awareness of child abuse prevention within our community. Unfortunately, it's a sad problem everywhere. We, as a auxiliary, chose to donate to that cause through Dunebrook, which is an organization that helps kids here in our local area. Because of that donation, we have these pinwheels. We have some at our post, but I spoke with Mayor Durham last night and asked him if we could put some of those here in front of the city building so that, you know, it would promote it through our government offices as well. He agreed to that. So we're going to bring those back. I'm not exactly sure when, and put those out for the rest of this month. So that's one thing. And then next month, May, is Poppy Month through the American Legion and its auxiliary. And what that is basically is we will be out in the community. You'll see us out with this, taking donations, and we give these out to folks if they would like them. And they are to promote the memory of all of those who have fallen, to fight for our freedom, and to support those who are currently either in the military active duty or retired here at home, whichever. So May 13th and 14th, I believe we will be at the post office with our poppies and taking donations. And then also on the 20th and 21st, we'll be at various locations through town. Diane maybe could tell us a couple of them.
Al's,
Tractor Supply?
I'm doing Rural King, yes.
Okay, Rural King.
Definitely. They were
So
very
you'll
supportive.
see our ladies out and about all around town. So all of the money that we raise during our Poppy Days, those funds all go to help veterans either within our local community, down at the Indiana Veterans Home. Our unit currently sponsors 3 veterans out there that we send monthly donations to them for their special needs, you know, whether it's extra toiletries or gifts for their families at Christmas. We send them gifts on their birthdays and Christmas. So we're obviously all veteran oriented. So everything that we do is about the veterans and their families.
We support the Creative Arts Program, and that's going on in Florida this weekend, in fact, but it's virtual. But they have, I went to the one in Kalamazoo a few years ago, and it was fantastic. The acrylic arts, sculptures, it's just all kinds of stuff, these leather crafts, jewelry boxes, these people do beautiful
And-
stuff.
Yeah, and
just
it's all done by
amazing
veterans. And even our poppies, These are actually made by veterans. There is an American Legion post, I don't know if any of you knew this, but there's an American Legion post within the prison. And those members of that post actually make these poppies up for us. So that's kind of a cool way for them to give back from their situations even.
And the money they get for making the poppies, they can't put it into their accounts. It goes for different organizations. They contribute to many of the organizations in our county. So it's
I think that's it.
Awesome, well,
So
thank you very much.
for
Yeah,
your time
thank you.
and attention this morning. We appreciate it.
Absolutely, that was great information. Thank you for everything that you and the Women's Auxiliary do, so.
Thank you
Take
very
care and good
much.
luck next month.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, next, clerk treasurer claims approval.
Okay, we have the Civil City claims for $766,304.72. I'll make a motion to approve the Civil City claims.
I will second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay? All right, that passes. Thank you.
Okay, we have payroll for $442,575.86. Make a motion to approve the payroll.
Second. Any discussion? All right, seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, nay? Feel like it's just pretty much you and I here having a
It
really nice-
is. It's a little weird.
Thank you.
Water claims for $337,514.99. Make a motion to approve the water claims.
Second. Any discussion? All right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, nay? All right, that passes.
And sewage for $463,779.50. Make a motion to approve the sewage claims.
All right, I second. Any discussion? All right, seeing none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, that passes. Thank you.
Okay. We also have a request for approval for a temporary loan from CEDIT for $275,000, and that is something we ask for every year for a temporary loan, $100,000 towards police pension and $5,000 towards fire pension, and that'll all be paid back when our June property tax settlement comes.
Okay.
So we'd like to ask the board for approval for that.
I'll make a motion to approve the temporary loan from CEDIT.
Second, any discussion? And that is, that's an annual thing that we do
Yes,
just
every
based
year.
upon the property taxes, very typical.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Yeah, very short term too.
Yeah.
So that's good.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And that passes. Thank you. All right. Next, we have department head reports. Let's see, we'll start off with Chief Snyder.
Thank you. Just a couple things to report. We did receive 28 applications for employment for our hiring list. The testing, mental aptitude test was given this past Saturday. 21 of those individuals did show up for the testing, so now we'll wait to see how many are above the 70% minimum to schedule oral interviews to compile the list for the year. Also, April 30th, the union, Firefighters Union, is having a pancake breakfast. This is our first one to raise funds for our Arnold J. Devereaux Scholarship Fund. So 8 to noon, please come out and join us for all you can eat pancakes and eggs
Where's that at?
Fire Station 1.
All right, thank you. Chief Breton.
Dingus Day went off without any problems, no major problems, so very proud of everybody behaving themselves. And we still have 2 to swear in. Some paperwork got lost downstate that we're hoping next Board of Works, we're going to have a couple swear-ins.
Looking forward to it.
And we'll be full staff then.
Excellent, that's really good to hear. All right, Jeff Batchelor.
Yeah, in streets, we've been doing street sweepings. Been doing patching all along. We're hauling concrete where they're taking the corners out, making handicap corners. In code, we're right around 1,050 violations for the year. And then just to remind everybody about next week, we're gonna pull the dumpsters out since it's spring cleaning next week, so that it doesn't serve a purpose to have them out, then we'll bring them back the following Monday.
And that spring cleaning is just on the regular day, correct?
Yeah, on a regular day.
Regular trash day.
Yeah.
All right, Very good. Good to hear, because I actually texted the mayor, I think, over the weekend about the dumpster program. I couldn't remember when it ended, so that's good to hear. All right, Tim Werner.
Thank you. As everybody's aware, spring flushing has started Sunday night. It's gone well. We haven't had any complaints. The Warnicki well passed all of its back tees test after its cleaning. We made significant gains in pumping level. Just preventative maintenance cleaning on that well, so it is back in service. And we are working on interdepartment trench safety class with the fire department and wastewater for next week, just to get everybody together. We're in the ground a lot, so we want to make sure the fire department knows how to use our smart shorn, and if they need it for any situations. We just thought it was a good idea to get the three departments together and just freshen up on some safety training. So we'll be doing that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week to cover all three of the fire department shifts. That's all I had this morning.
All right, thank you. Jerry Jackson, wastewater.
The construction's proceeding in the phosphorus removal project out at the treatment plant. Contractor seemed on the ball, going well. There are some issues getting pumps and materials, just supply chain kind of thing, so we're dodging around trying to find different acceptable alternatives. I don't think it'll hold up the project. Our deadline's February 1st or something next year. We should have everything done by then, but it's a little concerning. We started up the backup generator at Truesdale Lift Station. That went very well. Kohler generator made up in Wisconsin, really nice unit. I wish I had more. And then next week we'll have bids for the treatment plant roof work here at the next meeting.
All right, excellent, thank you. Nick Minnick, engineering.
So our street paving program has started, not paving, but as Jeff had mentioned, the sidewalk work. So curb ramps are required to be replaced as part of the community crossings program, and then any place that we can do a little more curb, a little more sidewalk, we are kind of limited because the money is geared towards paving, but we'll do as much as we can. So try and fix some ADA deficiencies and get not just our roads in good condition, but the whole right of way if possible. We are, I think Sarah Nimitz in my department is still taking applications and interviewing for the tree crew. It's kind of a partnership with Healthcare Foundation and the street department and engineering to try and handle our urban canopy a little bit better. They did a great job last year, and we need some more people to continue that this year. And then 18th Street Greenway is wrapping up. Plan to hopefully have a walkthrough next week to make sure we can get punch list items addressed, and the goal is to have that closed out beginning of May.
Looks really good.
Yeah, I thought it was done. It looks done.
They just finished some plantings, and there's still some striping and different things that
I
we'll
see.
want touched up.
Structurally, though, all the paving,
Yes.
concrete is.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. See a lot of kids using it.
Good.
So-
That was the goal.
All right, thank you. Let's see, we'll start, Mark Schreiber, I think, yeah. Gotta go with my namesake, right?
Just a quick reminder, we are still doing registrations for a number of our youth summer programs, tennis, t-ball, art camp. With that said, we are really looking to do some hiring. We are needing some applicants, especially with our concessions for our summer programs. We have our first tournament actually this weekend out at Kessling Park, so we have some immediate openings there. And we are well behind on our maintenance hiring, so we need to get some good applicants in there, just a little slow this year. So if anybody's looking for part-time seasonal work, whether they're early retirees, young people, just somebody looking for some extra hours, we are taking applications at the Park Department. Thank you.
Good opportunity to make some extra money. Thank you. Let's see, how about Marianne Richards? Any report or? Oh, okay, just check. Didn't know if you had anything additional. Beth West, Transport?
Morning. Not a whole lot to report. We are over 11,000 riders as of today, as of last night. And what everybody's been wondering about, the mask mandate that the federal judge in Florida passed, and we're still working with the FTA to figure out what they're doing with the transit. I'm working very closely with NERC to figure out if we're still needing to wear them on our buses. As of right now, yes, you have to wear a mask when you're riding transport, but that could change any day. So, but we are still providing them on the buses. So we just encourage everybody to continue wearing masks until we tell you that you don't have to.
All right, thank you for clarifying. Bert Cook.
Good morning to the Board of Public Works. Bert Cook, Executive Director of the LaPorte Economic Advancement Partnership. Wanted to make you all aware, as well as the community as a whole, we have our newest event called the Leap Olympics coming up May 16th through the 20th. So we have 8 different events: volleyball and bowling on Monday, dodgeball and euchre on Tuesday, cornhole and golf on Wednesday, and then ring toss and a scavenger hunt on Thursday. So the events will occur kind of across the community. Anyone can put a team in if you want to compete for the ultimate trophy. On an annual basis, you have to participate in a minimum of 4 events, but you can also just participate in one event, and each event also gives away a trophy for the winner of that particular event as well. We just opened registration for this about a week ago. We've had really good sign-ups so far. I know Sarah and Dunlin Media is already practicing all of the different events that they're participating in, and the mayor has told me numerous times how he is sure that he's going to win every single event. So, but if anyone else is interested, all of the information is on our website. We've got about 10 corporate teams that are participating in most of the events as we speak. So we'd love to add you to the list if you are interested. And if there are any other questions, you can call our office at 219-324-8584 for more information.
What were those dates again?
The 16th through the 20th. So 2 events go off each afternoon. I think 4:30 is the time that everything begins. So you may have to make some choices as to which events you participate in, because some overlap a little bit.
It doesn't have to be corporate teams, can be just a group of friends or neighbors, whatever.
It can be, yeah.
Okay.
How many teams are you looking for? What's your goal?
We're a
see.
little limited in terms of just, you have only so many hours in the day, but we're hoping for in the neighborhood of 20 or 25 teams total. I think we should get pretty close to that. So if you're interested, sign up sooner rather than later. Thank you.
Sounds good, thank you. Craig Phillips.
Good morning. So among other things that we're working on include a parking study that we've kicked off. I want to make sure that the public is aware that we're having a public input session this Thursday evening at 6 p.m. here in the council chamber. So we invite all members of the public to come and have an opportunity to hear what the parking study is about and ask questions of the consultants and the staff on that. So we're looking at the entire downtown area in terms of parking. In addition to that, we're working with the engineering department on the first phase of the Monroe Streetscape and Plaza design. Hopefully, construction of that first phase this year as our goal. In addition to that, working on a number of the housing initiatives for the city, including the 18th Street property and the Beechwood property. And then one final announcement I want to make is that we are working in conjunction with our partners at Indiana Department of Health, a non-for-profit called Health by Design, and sponsors Northwest Health and Healthcare Foundation of LaPorte on an active living workshop that's going to be taking place May 12th from 9 to 3 p.m. at the Civic Auditorium. So we're inviting and encouraging members of the public and organizations in town to attend and participate in that event. So we'll be doing basically looking at various ways in which we can get more residents active in the community. We're also going to be doing a walkability audit where we're actually going to be walking the neighborhoods surrounding the Civic as part of that project. And so just encourage people to attend, working with Jess Bruder on getting the word out about that currently. So thank you.
So Craig,
Yeah.
so that's that Health by Design, it's 9 to 3 p.m.?
It's called the Active Living Workshop.
Okay.
Yep, and it's 9 to 3 p.m. at the Civic on May 12th.
May 12th, okay. And then, quick question with that regarding the parking study. So this Thursday, council chambers, 6:30 p.m.
6 p.m.
Or
Yep.
6 p.m., okay. And so 6 PM. Is there any other mechanism for people to provide feedback, like if they can't make it, or?
At this point, we have a limited number of basically visits that we have included in the study, and so this is our main opportunity for residents to be involved. We'll probably have another opportunity to present information as we get farther along in the study in a public format, most likely council or redevelopment commission or both, as we continue through the study as well.
Okay.
And stakeholder interviews.
And we have a number of stakeholder interviews that day geared towards different groups and organizations, depending on, the needs from the parking study standpoint.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yep. We're also doing a downtown business owners, small business forum we're working on with LEAP that day as well. We have that at 4 PM that day here in the council chambers as well.
A lot
All right.
going on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you. Let's see, how about Jess Bruder?
Good morning. We finally found an affordable solution for the minute and agenda storage for the website. What's up there currently was always meant to be a temporary solution, so we're now going to start transitioning over to what will hopefully be the permanent solution. So I'll get working on that soon. The spring issue of Travel Indiana magazine is out. We have 2 ads featured in the magazine, one promoting the farmers market and then one just generally promoting the city of LaPorte and liveinthelakeLife.org. So if you see that, be sure to pick that one up. And finally, we are running Earth Day Bingo for kids. This was Sarah Nimit's idea. I think it's really cool. You just print the bingo card off our website on our Facebook page, complete 5 Earth Day activities by this Friday or Monday to turn into the park office. And then once you turn in your completed card, you get a youth t-shirt. It's an Earth Day t-shirt. The t-shirts were provided by American Rental-It, so we're really grateful for them to, be providing this for us and making this program possible. And that's all I have.
That's pretty cool. Thank you, Jess.
Yeah, very cool.
Sarah Nimitz. And then you know what? I think you had the first agenda item too, so.
Well, before she does the proclamation, I would like to introduce our HR director, our new HR director.
Oh.
If that's okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
Good idea.
So, we recently, got a new HR director, and, yesterday was her first day, that's Andrea Smith, and we're all really excited to have her, and some of you have met her, and most of you haven't. Some of you have worked with her, so, we feel really lucky to have her.
Welcome.
Gosh, yeah, welcome.
Thank you very much. My name's Andrea Smith, and I have big shoes to fill with Jennifer Knoll's departure. One of the big things on my radar is an update to the employee handbook, because that really has not been done in its entirety since 2015. I'll be working with Nick Otis and also coming to you for review and approval of sections, probably at a time instead of the entire handbook at once. If you guys need anything, my door's always open. Feel free to come and see me. But again, one of the big things on my radar is an update to the employee handbook, because if our employee handbook is not up to date, it could be very serious consequences for us. So again.
Absolutely, very important.
Yeah.
All right.
So Andrea, well, welcome again, but.
Thank you.
Don't mean to put you on the spot, but I'm going to. Can you tell us just a little bit of background about yourself and
Sure.
how you got to us today? Yesterday.
Yes, yesterday, yeah. I've had 19 years in HR experience with the city of Michigan City. 5 years, I took a break and was a chief deputy auditor at the city, or LaPorte County. So my heart is with human resources. We have so many hats to wear as human resource directors, and we need everybody's input with the department heads to make this function correctly. So again, I'm 19 years with HR experience, and I'm glad to be part of the team.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. We're delighted to
Yeah.
have you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you
It's
guys
great.
very much.
We look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
All right, Sarah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You have the Arbor Day proclamation before you. It feels like we just did this, but it's time
It
again.
does.
So this Friday, the 29th, is Arbor Day. I believe, yeah, you have it in front of you, okay. Just mentioning that this is our 19th year as a Tree City, so once we receive our Tree City designation for 2022, that will be our 20th year, which is really exciting. We have some upcoming plantings this spring through that DNR grant that you guys approved a couple months ago. Those plantings will start this spring with 30 street trees going in, and then another 30 or so in the fall. Additionally, our tree crew is continuing work. Right now, that's a partnership, our Healthy Tree Team with Healthcare Foundation of LaPorte, which we're very thankful for. Removing hazard trees, learning about pruning and maintaining our existing canopy, and just keeping things healthy and happy. Just wanted to mention that Earth Day is also this Friday, the 22nd. We'll be doing the Earth Day bingo as well as a couple of tree plantings with American Rental throughout parks and one in front of City Hall. That's all I have, as well as the proclamation, which you'll be doing in a minute.
Yeah, fantastic.
Thanks, guys.
So with that, any department heads who don't have any additional business, feel free to take off and have a great day today. All right, so Sarah, we'll kick it right off with the Arbor Day proclamation. And is this something we need to vote on to
No,
approve?
just read it into
No,
the-
okay.
Would you like to read it, Sarah? Yeah. Is that okay?
Sure.
Thank you.
It's nicely printed. I wasn't
It's
even
a
gonna need
beautiful
reading glasses for it.
document.
It's nice. Whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday called Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska, and whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world, and whereas trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife, and whereas trees are a renewable resource, giving us paper, wood for homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products, and whereas trees in our city increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees are a source of joy and spiritual renewal, now therefore, I am not Thomas P. Dermody. Or do hereby proclaim Arbor Day, April 29th, 2022 as Arbor Day in the city of LaPorte, and urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and to support the efforts of the city of LaPorte to protect our trees. And further, I will urge all citizens to plant trees to gladden the heart and promote the well-being of present and future generations.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Happy Arbor Day.
Yeah, that's right. So thanks.
Thanks, Sarah.
We'll leave that for him to sign.
Yeah.
So, all right, request for use, Crazy Kids Day, Family Advocates and YMCA. Let's see, is that?
Do we have? Annette, do you know much
Yeah.
about Crazy Kids Day to present it?
And at the Crazy Kids Day? Oh, that's right.
We're going to make you multitask.
Yeah, it's okay. So this is actually not a new event. The Y has done some version of this event before. This is the first time that they're partnering with Family Advocates. And so they are asking to close down a section of the road from, I'm sorry.
It looks like it's a
from
portion of
Harrison.
Michigan, yeah.
Yeah, from,
Harris-
so they want to close each intersection between Harrison and Osborne.
Yeah, Noble, Harrison, Monroe, Maple. I think that's
Maple,
all of
I
it.
apologize, Maple and Osborne.
Yeah.
Now, what are the times on that?
It's 8 to 2 o'clock on Saturday, April 30th.
And that's an expanded time. She doesn't think that it'll really be closed for that long, probably closer to 9 to 1 or 9 to 12:30.
Okay. And we've got everything on file. And
Their insurance is through the YMCA and it's on file.
and there's going to be a fire truck there, so I'm assuming fire's good with it.
Yes, we are.
Okay, well, I'll make a motion to approve the request for use for Family Advocates and the YMCA, the event.
Second. Any discussion or any comment from streets, police?
No?
Okay. All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, that passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have the collective bargaining agreement for professional firefighters. Mr. Otis?
Yes, and we have the union president, Michael McCrone, here today with the sweet mustache.
Yeah.
And Chief Snyder. So these are a couple just minor changes to the collective bargaining agreement that were required in light of some updates to state law regarding how pensions are calculated. Basically, certain things could not be a part of the pension. So, for example, the clothing allowance had to be changed because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Michael, I think that was included as a part of salary, which would bump up the pension, and the state is trying to reduce that. So that's one of those changes. So the administration is asking for your approval for this. Chief Snyder, do you have any comment on this at all?
No, other than that, the contract has stayed the same. And as Attorney Otis mentioned, back, I believe in 2003, we used to have a separate clothing allowance as well as a holiday pay. At that point in time, the city rolled that into our base pay, but it was designated in the contract as still being clothing allowance and holiday pay. Under the new statute, that's not allowable, so that wording has to be removed.
Okay. So that's really the only change, is primarily
Correct.
with the
Yep.
uniforms.
Yep.
So now you guys get reimbursed, I believe, about, guys or girls get reimbursed $200 at the end of the year?
State statute requires that police and fire be paid $200 annually for a clothing allowance. As I mentioned, that was realized in the base salary before, but now that has to be separated out by this new statute or revision to the statute. So.
Okay.
And I believe that it's set a time limit of that being paid because that was not a budgeted item at this point in time. Working with the clerk treasurer's office to make sure that that can be paid by the end of the year, just again to meet the
Annually.
requirements of the state statute.
Okay.
And it will be budgeted annually after that.
Tax and accounting treatment change, right?
Yeah, and I assume it, as Chief Snyder indicated, probably at the time that back when this was changed to include it in income or salary, there wasn't really money there, so they're trying to find a way to maybe give an additional benefit to the firefighters and police of, hey, this will increase your base, which will increase your pension, and now the state said, no, you can't do that anymore.
Right. I suppose that it's not a large amount for an individual, but overall, with that many individuals, it becomes problematic.
Yes.
Or a bigger dollar amount overall. Okay.
Entertain a motion to approve.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll approve the collective bargaining agreement for the professional firefighters.
right.
Is this already in place for police?
No, we'll be probably coming back to you pretty quickly because we'll
Oh,
have
for
to change that too.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I will second. Any discussion? All right, seeing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, that passes. Thank you. Jerry Jackson, phosphorus removal project, pay request number 1.
Pay request number 1 for KDM services is in the amount of $102,093.75. That's 6% of the overall job. It's mostly MOB and demob, partial payment of that, which is allowed by contract. And then materials, we've encouraged KDM to get as much of the materials on site as they can, as they're available, so that the job can keep going, and the materials they have on site stored, they get paid for. As I said, it's $102,093.75, and I recommend approval.
I'll make a motion to approve the pay request.
Second, any discussion? So that was the reason for that partial links. I was a little bit confused by that on that.
Yeah, it's
Right.
the partial waiver of lien.
Partial waiver of lien, yes.
Yeah, it's because it's only a portion of the job.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
You're
thank
just wanting to keep this going, that's why you're wanting all the materials on site, so we're not caught up or waiting
Yep.
because things are taking so long to move through the supply chain.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's very
that makes
strange.
sense.
you call around and you'll find, oh, they have it. And if you order it and get it, you'll get it. But if you don't, you might call a week later and now it's 8 months out.
Yeah, so you gotta jump on it while you can, when you can.
Yep.
Welcome to 2022.
Oh, man, it is strange. It is strange.
All right, yeah, it's been moved and seconded. Any other discussion? All right, seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. That passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, Beth West, the 5707 Fund Conveyance Agreement.
Actually, it's a 5307. It's our FTA grant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a mistype on the agenda. It's our 5307. These, NERC is just getting caught up on their paperwork. This is a grant that was already out there. It was put on hold because of the CARES Act money. So they extended the dates that we could use it. So I just need the mayor and the clerk treasurer to sign it so we can get it back to NERC for their signatures.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the
5307.
5307 fund conveyance agreement.
All right, I will second. Any discussion?
It looks like you just have another year.
Right.
To get to use all the funds, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. That passes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, Mary Ann Richards, a request to solicit quotes for the demo of 708 Kingsport Lane using CDBG funds.
Good morning.
Good morning.
There is a house at 708 Kingsport Lane. It is vacant. It's owned by Housing Opportunities. And I want to say last fall, the city entered into a memorandum of agreement with Housing Opportunities to use CDBG funds to demolish the property. The end result will be construction of an affordable owner-occupied house that will be constructed by Housing Opportunities, and then they will sell it to one of their clients, participants. Right now, the house is a mess, and it has created issues with squatters. I think it's been on code enforcement's radar screen for some time. So we would like to solicit quotes to demolish the house on behalf of Housing Opportunities. The asbestos has been remediated, so we're ready to go. I have a release of funds from HUD. And once I get the authorization to solicit quotes, I will send out quote packages today. And then the quotes will be due May 2nd and then opened at the Board of Works meeting on May 4th. That's on a Wednesday, and it's a day later because of the primary elections. And then we'll award it 2 weeks later on May 18th, and then hopefully get the house torn down sometime in June.
Will the group that's going to do the construction of a new home start yet this season as well as it
I
planned?
seriously doubt it.
I see.
I'm thinking probably next year in 2023.
I think that's, we've talked about this property, I think, at maybe, not the last meeting, but maybe a couple meetings ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know Mayor Dermody was hoping to get it done
Yeah.
this year yet, but seemed like that was unlikely.
Yeah, a new house that's owner-occupied in that neighborhood would be a wonderful addition to the houses in that neighborhood. And I want to stress, this house is at 708 Kingsport Lane. There is also a house at 708 Kingsport Avenue. We don't want that house demolished. There's a family living in that house, but this is 708 Kingsport Lane.
So this is in the area by like I Street meets?
Yeah.
Or no? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because I looked it up to see, but then I thought, well,
Yeah.
maybe I didn't put lane in. Okay, that's good
It's
to know.
a nice, short, quiet, horse-shaped street. Be a wonderful location.
Yeah,
for
there's
a
a
new
playground
house.
right there, and, yeah. Well, I'll make a motion to approve the request for quotes for the demo at 708 Kingsport Lane.
Lane. I second that. Any other discussion? All right, seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. That passes, thank you.
Thank you.
Lane, for sure, Lane.
Lane, and I even have a
Not half.
map in the quote package showing Lane, not
The
Avenue.
last thing I would want is to come home from work and the house is
Your house is gone?
I would figure they might figure it out, though, that, it's not the right one. All right, so next we, Jeff Batchelor, street sweepings.
Yeah, we've got a rather large pile of street sweepings down at the street department. We have a place to take it. It's over in Elkhart County at the Waste Management Facility. Working with Jerry Jackson, Lori Larson, and Sarah Nemitz, we're gonna take quotes for trucking to be able to take and get it over there to them. So that's really what I'm just saying, that we're gonna get 3 quotes to be able to take and do it, because it's gonna amount to a pretty substantial amount of money.
Just to move it all over there.
Yeah, we gotta get.
Are you asking for a request for us to approve
yeah,
that you get
request
quotes?
Just to approve it.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second. Any discussion? So, do we do this once yearly? Or, it seems like I don't recall this coming up
Well,
before, but.
what happened is, it was in our contract with trash. It's supposed to be picked up all the time. It was miscalculated, so it wasn't being taken like it should. So we've got it, it's built up a lot more than what it should. It should be going out every month, so that we're not getting a pile of it started again.
Okay, is that,
Over time,
Welcome.
we didn't take and do the calculations right, so it's just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So that's something with the trash contract that's gonna be coming up, that we will renegotiate and put that in there, so we don't run into this problem again.
so just the last trash contract, that sort of should have been in there for the right amount of volume, but just wasn't in?
It was in there, but it was nowhere near the volume that we're using.
Okay, gotcha. All right, well, that's important to keep the
Getting rid
streets
of a
clean,
lot.
right? So,
Yeah.
okay.
It's really important that we handle them on an ongoing basis, and Jeff's making sure that happens.
But it sounds like once it's caught up, it'll be handled weekly or however often the trash is picked up or waste is picked up, correct?
Yeah,
In the
what,
contract?
if it was ideal situation, it would be done every 2 weeks or right when it's
Right.
done. We'd have a couple spots, because right now they're going and doing the street sweeping, and then they could be on the east side of town and then drive all the way back to the street department to dump it out.
I
And they're
see.
doing it 4 or 5 times a day. That's just a lot of wear and tear on the street sweeper. You know, we could put a dumpster out over on that side of town so they can dump over there. Just make it more economical, you know, and
Sure.
save us money.
I like that idea.
All right. Mayor, we're on the street sweeping. Any thoughts from you?
Necessary, important part of spotless and cleaning up our community, so, I don't know if you voted, but absolutely important.
We made a
Just going to
motion
right
in
now.
a second.
So, yeah. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed, nay? Oh, yeah. All right, motion passes. Thank you.
May I move to the next item?
Yes.
Great. So before I do, Nick Minnick, I do apologize to the public, but I was on an urgent meeting with the Department of Local Government Finance regarding the misbilling of property taxes regarding the homestead. So I was on a call with the Department of Local Government Finance and all elected bodies or somebody from each unit of government in LaPorte County and in Porter County, because this affects Porter County. Everybody was on the call except the auditor. So we're working through trying to find out how we address this problem due to billing for most important residents, but as well funding for the city, because this will delay funding. So hopefully the auditor will be on, as this came from their office, that will help be a part of the solution of this problem. I'm just sensitive and have no sympathy because of those years of what we went through in the past, and we've seen how that can happen. So we're not going to tolerate it, we're not going to accept it, and we expect work to be done ASAP. So with that, Nick Minnick, suspension of contractor's license, propane.
We had evidence that came to the engineering department regarding Pro-Paint and Finish LLC. They're a subcontractor here locally. And per our section 10-47, this is the same section we had talked about, CBS Electric. I would recommend that we suspend their license for the period of 2 years. The evidence shows that they are also misclassifying employees, which is very, very detailed as to, how that's not appropriate in that section of our ordinance.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second, and from a legal perspective, tax fraud is something that we in the city of LaPorte do not allow. It's unacceptable, and Nick, I think a suspension allows a company to, who is innocent until proven guilty, allow the process. Would you agree from a legal perspective?
Correct, and it's not just that we have our own evidence here, which is a different burden of proof than in a criminal case. And as I understand it, they were literally writing just checks to the employees, not withholding taxes, FICA taxes, and income taxes. So on a pretty significant scale. Do you have a specific number, Nick?
I don't have a specific number, but the evidence that I've reviewed is essentially that, and misclassification of employees is pretty significant. Our ordinance 10-47 is really geared towards commercial and multifamily over 5 units, because those types of construction really do require a higher level of care and quality when we have people occupying those structures in higher density and things like that. So the evidence we see is exactly that. They're not treating their employees as employees. They're just paying them, and then there's the concerns with workers' compensation and insurance and other things that also open the city up for certain liabilities that we're just not.
Tax fraud is a big issue statewide. This is why we support Senator Bohacek, Representative Jim Pressel, who've been trying to get this passed to address tax fraud. But I'll tell you this doesn't affect the opportunity, the excitement that the banks, the apartments are happening. People are living there. They're enjoying that living. We have more to come. And but we do not accept tax fraud locally or statewide. So if Senator Bohacek, if Representative Pressel are listening, the legislation they tried passing last year, we're in full support of them passing this year as well and going after the bad actors.
And I want to mention most of my, I have with CBS and then again with Pro Paint, Flaherty and Collins, willingness to work with us has been key in understanding what the issue is with those contractors. They keep a daily log of what employees are on site for what companies, and that helps us understand, when these violations occur. So without their help, we wouldn't be able to kind of root out the bad actors and make sure that we make a stand here in the city and say this is not okay. I think they've been an active part in trying to make that happen. So.
I was just gonna make a comment about this because so in this project, there's been 2 issues, right, with contractors, and I think it's not uncommon for someone maybe in the public to look at these errors or problems when they're found and then kind of paint with a broad brush the whole project or everybody involved, and I think that's it's just unfair, I think, because really, to me, when you look at this, not unlike when you hire a contractor for work at your own home, and they're there for maybe 5 days, and who came in on Thursday, right? And did that person get paid through a check or cash or withholding? Was it taken? So there's a lot of these issues, right? And very complex projects. So I just want to share that. To me, this is really more, it's the fact that these 2 cases or these 2 issues have been found and addressed. They're really evidence, I think, of good and strong oversight over the projects. A lot of times, you never know what happens if something doesn't get caught, but the fact that these are being caught and with the developer, we're addressing them appropriately as best we can, and legally, that, again, I think this is something that should give us all confidence in trying to do the right thing by the city, the project, the community, and ultimately the people who are going to live there.
And I will mention ordinance that created 10-47 was put into place in 2020. So we're not looking at Flaherty and Collins and the Banks project being just this project where we have these issues. It's the fact that we haven't had We haven't had projects of that size significantly within the last 2 years. We've had a few that, we've been lucky on, but, a project that size is going to have these issues, and we'll continue to make sure that we do our investigations and make sure that contractors are adhering to city ordinances. So it may be coming to a head right now, but it's also kind of that time period where we will start seeing this until we start taking a stand and making sure that we don't allow it.
And that's why the city council, I think, very early on passed a responsible bidders ordinance to make sure we're doing the smart thing and leading that charge. And you mentioned transparency, and I don't want to put Bert Cook on the spot, but this whole project has been transparent from the RDC through site review meetings. So anybody wants to address transparency, they can do that directly with me. Further comments? Hearing none, all in favor, state by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 3-0. I'm going to let you take back over. Thank you.
Oh, all right, thank
Thanks,
you.
Mayor.
What a team. Great job.
What a team, in fact.
All right, I think, any unfinished business?
I don't believe so.
All right. Seeing that, only other business is spring cleanup day, Monday, I think we already talked about that, but Monday, April 25th through Friday, April 29th, so take advantage of that opportunity to clean up anything you need to get rid of. So thank you.
Yeah.
With that, I'd accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
And seconded. All in favor? Aye?
Aye.
Aye. We're adjourned. Thank you.